All right, I'm tired of filming that back wall until I get something more significant going, but I did put some plastic putty in the seams to see if it helped anything, make it look less plywoody. I don't know if it'll work or not, but anyway, so I got the floor material for this section, living area, kitchen, living area, I guess you call it. That stays, so the floor go around that. I already have the floor for the slide. It actually sticks out about 6 inches, so that's one of these rolls right here. Anyways, doing some floor cleanup. All along here, the carpet was trapped underneath that tray that holds a slider thing. I'm not sure what it's called. Had to come over here, take the trim off this edge piece, and that exposed some of the linoleum original underneath, so I was able to get that cleaned up. I've swept it once. Gonna sweep it again, take some measurements, do a little drawing, and then cut that piece down that I bought today. So this will be a huge change right here, getting this in. Sun is beautiful. It's a good day to get some stuff done. I'm tinkering on the back wall as I'm doing this, but this is becoming a priority because this will make the most change. So anyways, I'll keep you updated. All right, so big update. Finally bought some more of the sheet vinyl. Joy and I are out here cutting from this template. You may or may not be able to tell that my frustration got the best of me. So my sister and I spent a few minutes making this template. Tried to get it all down. I was trying to do it. What big is for the kitchen. This is the kitchen area. This is where the peninsula for the kitchen is. So the kitchen slides here. Couch slide is here. That's the bunkhouse back that direction, and then up the steps to the master area. So we were trying to lay this out. I was trying to lay this out to do it all at once. But there's, these go around the slide. There's a jet out right there at the island, or the peninsula, whatever they call it. This line does not line up with that line on purpose. This is the slide, which is the most true line. What I'm trying to do, though, on the template, we marked in the bunkhouse where see the marks right there? We try to mark where the seams for the faux planking is. So what I'm trying to do is line those up, but also keep a parallel line against the island. So it's like the paper's not quite heavy enough for this template. So I got frustrated last night and I was just gonna do it differently. But I'm refreshed this morning. I'm gonna come back and I am gonna go ahead and put a seam. This the front door is out here in this back corner. So there's gonna be a seam there, but I got some of that double-faced carpet tape. But it's gonna help me so much to be able to put this in place and not tear and make me more frustrated. So I'm gonna sit here, try to line this up, try to get a straight line with one of these board seams and get one of these lined up. So I'm gonna sit out here for a little bit and try to get this all squared up now that I gotta pull all my wrinkles out too. So, but yeah, keep posted. All right, situation report. I scrapped the template here. Hey, Sprat, are you wanting to be there? Okay. So this is the area where I'm sitting behind me. Lines up with the bunkhouse. This is, of course, the kitchen. Stairs to the master. Here's what I just realized and learned through this. This slide face and this, we're gonna call it island face, are not parallel. This island You see that gap? How it goes from, man, it's almost an inch, 7/8 of an inch, down to about a quarter at the end. Well, this island is not square, not parallel rather, to the slide. So that was my challenge when I was trying to measure that template. Nothing was lining up, nothing measured, nothing was square. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna parallel the slide because it's gonna be the most accurate. Obviously this is off. And then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have to try to fudge somehow or cover if there's a board line, because that's part of the problem is there's nice straight lines in our flooring. And if there's a board line that's close enough to the island, it's gonna make it visually obvious. When you're sitting right here on the couch facing this, you're like, hey, the floor's crooked. Anyway, so that's what we're gonna try now. So Brett and Joy are here to help. We're gonna vacuum this floor. So what I have now is I've got basically from the flooring from here over to the slide. I cut the kitchen separate. I'm gonna do a seam. But so we're gonna vacuum this up and bring that roll in and start laying it. Tired of thinking about it. All right, got my helpers, putting the insulation in the board and the insulation boards at the bunk walls.
Wait, are you posting that on YouTube?
No, why? And then this side, we'll get the lights and stuff. We'll cut those separately, but right now they're working on these sidewalls and they're learning teamwork and sisterly love. All right, so this is what I'm doing on the floor. I went ahead and cut in. I lined the boards up with these so I know where I'm at. I cut in this little wing and I got my first cut to the tray. It's pulled back now, so so now I know from this line to this point is what I'm gonna cut. That'll allow me to be parallel all the way down through there and set this piece so I can come back and then cut this side. As it turns out, my carpenter square is like the exact width I need to cut that. So I can just lay this on this black line and then I'll be able to cut on this side, just work my way down. This should be, hopefully this works out, but we'll see. All right, we got the living room. Joy, what are you doing? Got the living room portion, like the living room portion. Cut in pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Let it settle down the corners. Thank you, Amelia, for that. Thank you, Amelia, for that. So I'll have a seam here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a factory edge seam meet this. And so that should give us a nice crisp edge. Pretty good here. These ended up, thanks to Amelia, you can see where these planks across this gap line up. Perfect. These are two different pieces of vinyl sheeting from 2 different days. So they line up great. And then, so I got the piece already cut for the couch. It's gonna actually stick over about 6 inches and out here. So it's gonna cover this, pretty much most of this area. So looking pretty good. So now I'm gonna take some measurements and go up and trim the kitchen piece and come in here and knock this out and move on to the next thing. All right, we got the living room, kitchen area done. Joy helped. Not really. Sprat helped, Sprat. Not really. Molly helped. Not really. Anyway, so got the it's a big chunk right there. It makes it look more homey. Homely? Homey?
Homie.
Homely?
Homie.
Homey. Molly missed some trash. She was supposed to sleep up right there. Let's see. Got the outlet junction box right there. I'm going to put, there was only one here, but I'm going to probably put 2, maybe 3. I was kind of thinking one right there and then one at this end, but I think Autumn's going to want one probably wherever the couch falls. I'll put another one.
For twinkle lights.
But I'll start right there. Yeah, for twinkle lights. Twinkle lights, huh? Anyways, it came up pretty good. Let's see. The same, it'll settle down more too. But it's just floating right now, so it can move and sway. Oh, I guess right there, except for where I did the transition. But yeah, so we might have to finesse the flat when we pull the slide in. I don't know how much space there is between the island here and the slide, so we'll have to see. I left a lot of flap hanging. You can see right there, so to cover up that joint. Sprat loves the sun. Joy does too, but she's black, so she's breathing really heavy. Anyway, so that's a wrap for this. I'll be doing the bedroom with some remnants, some scraps and stuff, which I think I have enough to do, so I'll tinker on that. And then on the steps, I think we're gonna varnish them or linseed oil them. I can't remember, but that's coming up too. Thank you, Molly, for doing that. That's great. I love when you get in the way. All right, Molly's gonna be in the car. Gonna go get some dinner tonight. Looks great though. Very happy with it.